It seems like Vampire NFTs are super hot right now. Let's check out another one, 0xVampires. Let's get into it. So real quick, down below I put in chapters so you can fast forward to the sections that you want to see to navigate through the video easier. Now first off, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing in the NFT space. Also, hit the like button. If you do that, it'll help out the YouTube algorithm and it will help me out immensely. And if you find value in this video, please consider subscribing and let's get into it. So first up, I want to say a big thank you to Preston Wamsley, who a day ago told me to check out 0xVampire. I jumped in, had a look, and I wanted to do a video, so a big shout out to him. It also means, guys, that if there is a project that you want me to check out, even if you're just shilling your own project, put it down in the comments below, and I'd like to check it out, see if it's any good, do my dive, do my research, so we can all be informed in the NFT space. So first up, their website looks super clean, but this is something that I expect from any project being released now. You can't really release with a bad, unresponsive website. Now the artwork is quite cool. The artwork reminds me of the artwork from the 7s. It's got that very anime style, very cool, very detailed, which is nice to see. And it also looks like there's a lot of different variations in it. So it's not the typical profile picture with a white or colored background and just some features changing. It looks like every item is custom, every background is unique, which makes it for a very cool, interesting project. So they've got some cool lore attached to this. You can pause the video here if you'd like to read it, but otherwise, let's move on. Now, there hasn't been a mint date released yet, but let's jump in and check out the roadmap and see what else this project has to offer. Now, with this roadmap, we've got the launch. What they're doing is they're also giving away a Harley on the 2,500, 5,000, 7,500, and the 9,999th. So I jumped over onto their Discord to have a look and see if they actually were giving away a Harley or if it would be a digital Harley. And on their Discord, are you going to deliver a real Harley Davidson motorcycle if I win the giveaway? We will distribute your prize in equivalent ETH for a Harley Davidson 2021 48. Now, I think this is quite cool because it adds a little bit of a lottery aspect to this drop. And if you are a fan of the art and you are a fan of motorcycles, even if you're not going to buy a motorcycle because you're getting the ETH, it just adds a little bit more anticipation, a little bit more excitement for the drop because just like a lottery, you've got a chance at winning and you can't win it if you're not in it. Now, jumping back to the roadmap, and another thing that I really like about this project is that they're going to let people customize the names of their vampires. Now, this is really cool because it means that you're not stuck with Vampire 3521. You'll be able to kind of change it and name it the way that you want to name it. So what I ended up doing is jumping back over onto their Discord to then check out the FAQs to see what they said. Unlike other projects where all NFTs are named after serial numbers, here at 0xVampire, you can edit your NFT's name at will. For instance, if you receive a vampire named Vampire 001, you can change it to Dracula. Also, its description is customizable. You can write something like to immortality. Now, this is quite cool because it starts to then mean that a person that can then hold an NFT, they can name it, they can share it, they can do this. It's also going to start to bring in some kind of community rivalry. I wouldn't say gangs, but clans within it. So you'll have a group of friends that'll start to name their vampires with a certain number or characters at the front or back. Now this is quite cool because now you're going to start to get almost collections within a collection if people do buy up a whole bunch and then kind of name them what they want to name them and start to build a story on them themselves, which I think is a very cool aspect and another way to just add a little bit of excitement to the project after launch, because you don't necessarily want to buy it and then flip it. You want to buy it, you want to hold onto it, you want to change it, you want to work with it. And we're starting to see this in the NFT space where people are working out ways to customize their NFT through burns, through things like that. So I think that's quite cool. Now jumping over onto their Twitter, we can see that they've got 16,000 followers. Now this is where I get really excited. I jumped on this a couple days ago and they had 6,000 or 7,000 followers. And if we actually jump over onto Social Blade and check out their Twitter, we can actually see that on the 11th, they had 4,250 followers. So over the course of a day or two, they've absolutely exploded, which shows that people are getting hype, and hype is starting to really build around this project, which is really cool. And I didn't expect this growth this fast. Now, if you jump over onto their Discord, they've got 40,000 members currently, and on the 8th, that's when they started. So the growth has been absolutely insane for this project. So as you can see at the moment, 0xVampire is going absolutely bonkers. People are loving this project. They're jumping in on the Discord, they're jumping in on the Twitter, and they're going really hard, and people are quite bullish about it. When I first came across it, I was a little bit skeptical, did a little bit of research, and the more I get sucked into it, the more I really like the idea behind this project. Now, like I said, this is not financial advice, but I really think this project is worth jumping in and having a look at and see if it fits in with your risk tolerances and what you would like to do and what you would like to achieve within the NFT space. So those are my thoughts on this project. If you'd like me to check in on this project in a week's time to see where they're at, drop a comment below, and in about a week's time, we can jump in, have a look, see what the growth is, see when the release date is, and see what their launch and drop is going to be like. I really hope that they do a raffle type launch, just like the Project Yours, because I believe that was a very good drop. It'll avoid a gas war, and it will help the community and the people that want to be in this community actually get their hands on one. If this project ends up being like the Sevens, where there's a huge gas war and whales come in and scoop up the NFTs, then I'll be very disappointed, because I believe that the community should be put first when it comes down to projects in the NFT space. The community shouldn't be paying exorbitant gas fees just to line the pockets of miners and to just try to get these projects sold out within 7 minutes, when these projects are going to sell out if they are done correctly. And there are ways to do it, just like the raffle that the Project Yours has done. So I guess that's the one personal caveat for me with this project and my investment in this project. Anyway, I hope you found value in this video. If you did, subscribe. And if there's any NFT projects that you'd like me to jump in and check out, drop them below, just like Preston did. And I'd like to go in and have a deep dive and see if it is a project worth investing in. Also, if there's any NFTs that you've personally created yourself, drop them below, shill them. I'll check them out, see if they're any good. If they are any good, I might flip them. Anyway, that's your boy NFT Nate, out.